Hello everyone, my name is Christina Ryan and welcome to the 2022 Rookie Awards interview series. I'm one of the judges of the rookies as well as the host of this interview series, and today I am really excited to share with you the artist behind that stunning winning entry, Loic. He not only took out Rookie of the Year in our visual effects category, the film that he was involved in also was our Film of the Year. So absolutely stunning work by him and his team. So as well as with the previous interviews, we'll hear a little bit about what inspired their entry and let them share some behind the scenes work and content. So be sure to stick around for that. And this is meant to be really, really casual. So if you have any questions at all, just pop them in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them. So I'll go ahead and introduce Loic to you all. Hello.
Hi everyone. Hi Christina.
Hey Loic, thank you so much for joining us and for being here
Thanks
today.
for the invitation.
So Loic, would you better just start off by telling everyone a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Loic, Loic Ciaux. I'm 23. I'm working at Friendster London at the moment as an environment artist. I was at archviz before in the graduation movies Relativity. I was in charge of the artistic direction and environment of the movie. And yeah, after archviz, I worked at Nobody Studio and MPC, and now I'm at Friendster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your studies? Was it a 3-year course or a?
Yeah, it was during 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
Wow.
The first years was mainly the traditional work like drawing, sculpting, and no 3D. During the first year, it was not 3D, just traditional artistic, and it was great to learn concept, illustration. For the it was a creative year mainly.
Yeah.
And after that, the second year, we learned 3D. We learned Maya and the beginning of the 3D with ZBrush after that. But yeah, it was mainly to learn the basic of the 3D. And we continue as well to learn traditional drawing and sculpting. And after that, the third year, it was a bit of shooting, a bit of short film, and we learned 3D as well. And after that, we started to create our graduation movies from the fourth year. During 2 years, yeah. So we created from scratch, from nothing, everything, the script, artistic direction, shooting, all the aspect of the movie.
I see. So this is a 4-year-long project, is that right? The Relativity project.
Yes, during 1.5 years, yeah, we work on the project.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very, very, very nice.
Wow, so it's great that you've got a lot of time to develop all of these skills. So, like with your course, did you find that they showed you everything in the pipeline, or were you able to sort of fine-tune your skills into what you wanted to do eventually?
Yeah, we was very free to create the aspect what we want. So we created the team. So it was I had a very nice team with a lot of friends. So yeah, so we were specialized in different departments.
Right.
So my friends were specialized in compositing, FX, modeling, and yeah, we was a bit generalist, so we can do a lot of things. And yeah, it was really very excited.
And like, at what point did you decide that visual effects was what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I started to learn 3D when I was 13. Yeah, I studied
Really?
3D. Yeah,
Like in high
I
school?
started.
Or...
Yes, at the beginning of high school. Yeah,
Oh,
college, high school,
yeah.
and I started with Photoshop at the beginning just to
A
make
lot of us
2D stuff.
do.
Yeah, and after that, I learned Cinema 4D.
Yeah,
And yeah, with Cinema 4D, I did a lot of motion design with After Effects as well. And yeah, after I was very I love movies. I love to create another universe,
yeah,
some things never seen before. So this is what I like, and I wanted to mix both. So yeah, I was very fascinated by the green screen at the beginning
yeah.
to replace the background. So I tried with my own green screen at home, and yeah, it was very difficult. And yeah, I practice a lot, and I joined After Effects after that, and it was
Yeah.
very nice to learn all the pipeline.
Yeah, wow. So I mean, like, it seems like you've been interested in this since a very young age. And look at you 10 years later, like creating a movie like this. So I bet 13-year-old you would be really proud. So you mentioned that you're working at Framestore.
Yeah,
Tell us a little
yeah,
bit more about that.
yeah, I'm working at Framestore for 3 months now.
Yeah,
I was at MPC London before and Nobody Studios just after Artifix.
yeah,
So at Nobody Studio, I worked for in collaboration with Blur on
yeah.
the short animated game. Yes, that's it. And yeah, it was very nice during 3 months,
Yeah.
and it was CG aspects, full CGI aspect, very different than MPC and Framestore
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it was there is no VFX; it's only in CGI, so we have to make everything. And at MPC, it was nice. I worked on Disney movies.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I worked on Disenchanted. It's gonna be released in 24 November
Cool, cool.
on Disney Plus. And yeah, it was very nice. I worked on the environment. I was a bit generalist of the movie.
Yep, yep,
I did some speed tree stuff, some set extension, and in 2D, 3D.
yep.
And now I'm in Framestore and working on the movies. So yeah, it's very nice. It's comfortable place. It's great people everywhere. So yeah,
Oh,
pretty
that's
excited to work
fantastic.
here.
So are you a generalist at Framestore then? So you're doing environments and all of that sort of thing there as well?
Yes, yes, kind of. Yeah, I'm specialized in environment mainly, but we can do lighting, we can do texturing, we can do a lot of
Yeah.
things.
No, that's really awesome because I mean, like, because we have generalists as well, and the cool thing about it is you really do get to touch all different aspects of the pipeline, and you get to create whole finished pieces, which is really exciting. It sounds like something you're really good at from your movie, like you've got skills in all areas, so why not use them all? Well, that's like I'm really happy to hear that you know found work straight after school and you slipped into the industry quite well. So well done.
Thank you.
Loic, would you be able to tell us, you know, what made you enter the Rookie Awards? What got you into that?
I'm sorry.
What made you enter the Rookie Awards?
Well, I made yes, I did a first entry the yeah 2 years ago with the my character design code follow. It was my first entry on the rookies in the fourth year at Artifix, and after that, I made an entry with all my stuff from my graduation movies, and yes, mainly on the graduation movies. So yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about your entry? So, I mean, like, what inspired you guys to come up with this movie? How did you come up with the idea?
At the beginning, rookies, we heard a lot in Artifix. A lot of people talk about the rookies, the entry. So they also work from different country, different schools. So it's nice to sharing our work because
Yeah.
we are in the same place. So yeah, I like to share our work, and yeah, we was inspired by the other school like Gnomon, like
Yeah.
Film Academy. So a lot of students we were inspired, and we were inspired as well by the alumni of the school. We did the same before us. So yeah, it
Um,
was great.
yeah, so it sounds like you drew inspiration from a lot of other artists and a lot of other schools. That's
Yeah.
always really great. That, you know, it helps challenge you and push you to be the very best artist that you can be. So, in terms of the storyline for your show, what inspired you to create the movie about the astronaut and the space? How did you come up with that idea?
It was an idea from my friend Jory Buffer. He's the director of the movie, and we talk a lot during all our course in Artifix. We talk a lot about this movie, about the spaceman,
Yeah.
in going to the speed of light. So we developed a lot this story during 5 years, and yeah, we developed together. We create the team, and
Yeah.
yeah, we had a lot of inspiration from Interstellar, of course, and Gravity,
Yes.
and a lot of space movies.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm just going through some pictures now, just sharing with everyone the types and the caliber of work that you were able to produce. How big was your team in creating this movie?
I'm sorry.
How big was the team? Was it a small group or a big group?
Yes, we was only six in
Yeah.
the in
Wow.
the group, and we had some specialized artists. We had asset artists, which was specialized only in modeling and assets.
Yep.
We had rigging artists, and we had asset rigging, and if I remember, yeah, that's it.
Yep. And what was your primary role? What was your contribution to the movie?
On the movie, so I was in charge of the artistic direction of the movie for the environment, for the I don't have the word.
No, that's okay.
For the inside cockpit, yes, that's it. And
Yes.
and I was in charge of the astronaut suit as well.
Yeah.
And after that, I was in charge of the modeling of the suit, of the environment, and I was in charge. I was cameraman of the on the I don't know the word. On the shooting, I was cameraman as well, and yeah, I was a bit generalist of the movie. I did all the CGI lighting of the movie as well.
That's great. That's a huge contribution, and we could see from your demo reel, you know, how much that you did. Like, look at this. This is insane. Loic, would you mind sharing your screen and
Yeah, sure,
maybe we could have a look at some behind the scenes work? That would be really awesome.
absolutely.
I'll pause this and then I'll add you on once you've added it. There we go.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Sure can.
Okay, great.
And guys, yeah, and guys, if you have any questions looking at this work, just pop a question in the chat and I'll pass them on and we can have a chat about it.
So this is the astronaut suit I did for the movies. So yeah, there is close-up. So I was mainly inspired by tactical suit and sport apparel, and I wanted to keep the main aspect of astronaut suit to keep the original suit from the older spacesuit, and just to modernize. And I was inspired by Virgin Galactic and SpaceX mainly. And yeah, it was a big challenge to find a way to not be very sci-fi of the movie, because we wanted to keep the realistic aspect. And yeah, this is the render of the spacesuit. And I have some artistic direction painting. So this was a research to find the shape of the cockpit. For it's a main environment of the movies. So it was a long research to find a good shape to have a modernized cockpit. So it's the same. Our main inspiration was SpaceX. So this is all the color board of the movies I did, and this is some concept I developed with Jules. Jules was in charge of the FX concept. And yeah, the main challenge was to create a mood between the blue and the red to yeah to create a different sequence at different moments.
Yeah, just using those complementary colors. It's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Loic, with the suit, we've had our first question. How did you
Yes.
create the suit? Was it in Marvelous Designer?
Yes. So at the beginning, we did a photogrammetry at the Unity Image Studios in Paris in collaboration with them. And so we did the photogrammetries of the actor. And above the photogrammetry, I did the first pass in Marvelous Designer to to create the main shape. And after that, I switched to ZBrush to create all the iris model of the suit.
Yeah.
So for the suit, I wasn't in charge of the helmet modeling. It was my colleague Guillaume. He was mainly on the helmet. And yes, after that, a lot of details on ZBrush with the displacement. So I try to have a lot of more details as possible in the modeling, and then I switched to Mari to create the textures, and same add more. Try to there's a breakdown here. I think we can see this. So this is the gray shader of the suit with only the displacement and the bump.
That's stunning.
Yes, and so yeah, my main reference was Virgin Galactic and SpaceX, and the look dev was a bit challenging because we wanted to have something very clean and neat, because it's not dirty and in the space, so it was very difficult to break the CG and to have something realistic. And yeah, this is a close-up of the suit.
It's great that you managed to get some renders out for yourself as well, in addition to the movie.
I'm sorry.
It's great that you got some renders out like this for yourself as well. It's always important when you work in a
Yeah,
team environment that you can get something out of that as well, especially if you created such a beautiful asset to show it off, right, outside of the movie.
yeah. When we was at Artifix, they recommend us a lot to create breakdown to explain
Yes.
our work. So yeah, it's very useful.
Yeah, I definitely always recommend students go ahead and create breakdowns for all of the
Absolutely,
work
yeah.
that they show. Yeah.
So this is a concept art I did during the artistic direction of the movies. So it's the same. Try to find the shape just with sketch and very quick. Don't need to be realistic.
Is this just in Photoshop or what's this in?
Yes, no, I did the blocking on Maya just to get the good perspective and to add the correct shape and the lighting, and after that, photo bash on it. And
Oh, beautiful.
yes, just a quick render
It's
on
always
Maya, and
very
after,
good, yeah.
and this is all the poster I did for the movies. So a lot of research to create different mood, and yeah, it was difficult to choose as well.
Oh, I bet. Like they're all so good. They almost look like movies that I've seen, but I'm not sure which ones.
Yeah, I remember it was very difficult to choose one.
Which one did we end up going with in the end?
So at the end, we was very interested by this one. I
With that
remember.
one, yeah.
Yes, and so this one is the final one,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah,
Love it.
yeah, this one as well. He was very interested. So yeah, we had a very nice actor. So thanks to him.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm loving the blues and the reds. You almost want to have different, like use them all.
Yeah,
So
but
good.
it looks like so much very blockbuster movie, so we decided to create something more simple.
Yeah.
And then I have some concept of the shooting as well. So yeah, it's the same. It's just like a collage with a lot of pictures on internet, and just to find the correct composition of the framing. So nothing realistic. Just find the correct. And this was a shot which we moved in the movies. This one, the concept of the big sequence shots at the movies at the beginning with the clock. This was was the concept of the matte painting at the beginning of the movie. So the first one is the concept, and the second one is the GMP. So on this shot, I remember.
Wow.
So my colleagues did. It's Benjamin. He did the first pass of the FX on Houdini, and after that, I did a matte painting above his render, and on Nuke create the lighting, create the mood, everything, all the compositing. So it was very challenging to mix the FX render with the matte painting.
Yeah, I can see. You've got a real skill in DMP and concept art as well. It's such a great skill to have to be able to get your ideas out, put them on paper in, a 2D form and then recreate it in 3D. What a great skill to have.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I really like to be creative and create something never seen before.
Yes. Yep.
And this one is the concept of the shuttle of the movie. And so yeah, our main inspiration was the shuttle of the NASA. and same we try to modernize and to have our own aspect of the shutter. Yeah, is it inside the shot? And yeah, a lot of research to find the correct shapes. It was difficult, very difficult. And this one is the final shape of the movie. It's just the drawing of this.
I love the final shape of it. What made you decide to settle with this one?
I remember it. So the main shape was based on a small object used in golf. It's a diver tool. It's like a dynamic object used in golfing, and I developed the shape above this object, and yeah, it's because it's dynamic. It's not a huge shuttle. So yeah, and we like the mix between the blue navy and the white. It looks like the NASA. It's the same color than the NASA shuttle. And this one is the back view.
Yeah, so I think, Loic, I think your microphone might just be a little bit buggy, but we'll do our best to keep moving forward. So I'm not sure. It kind of comes and goes. So if there's anything you can think that could be causing it, but if not, we'll just keep pushing through.
Is it working or not?
It's just a bit crackly, that's all.
Okay. And this is the concept of the astronaut suit, based same on the old suit in 70s. And this one was the gloves of the astronaut. So for that, it was the same. It was very challenging to make the gloves. I remember we did a photogrammetry of this kind of gloves, and above the photogrammetry, I resculpted all the gloves from concept to 3D. So the main shape is from the photogrammetry, and I added a lot of details on it on the brush. And yeah.
That's fantastic. So you've got access to photogrammetry tools at the school, did you?
Yeah, I recommend all the students to use photogrammetry. It's very useful, and at Framestore, and I think for you at ILM, it's the same. It's very very useful to create an asset very realistic, and very same true. For texture, for a lot of things. And this is the helmet with the look depth test on the right. So yeah,
that's right. So I can see you've got some marvelous breakdowns here, and this was all a part of why we considered your entry so strong in terms of all of the breakdowns, especially in the movie itself. I wonder if you could maybe share a little bit about how did you go about creating such good breakdowns? Do you have some advice for people looking to build up their portfolio a bit with breakdowns?
To create breakdown, I recommend to think about movies every time. So how can I? It's like a shot. It's like to create a shot on the movies to create a breakdown. So yeah, I recommend to create a cinematic camera and very dynamic lighting, and yeah, the framing is important as well. Yes. So on my entries,
it's really something you plan alongside the movie, isn't it? It's not just an afterthought that you put together at the end.
Yes, it's not just the shot and we create a gray shader. It just
Yeah,
we try to think about the viewers and how we can explain as much as possible the work we did. So
yeah,
yeah, it's like extra shot of the movies.
yeah, yeah.
Because yeah, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
this for example this one is not a camera of the movie. It's I did a
Ah,
wide angle to I did a wide angle to present the aspect of the cockpit.
I see.
Yeah, the wireframe is very important if we want to present the modeling. And so yeah, this shot was the main environment shot of the movies.
Hmm.
So yeah, put the wireframe and the gray shader behind. And yeah,
Oh, that's some great advice. Thank you, Loic. It's, I mean, especially with visual effects, it's if we do our job well, no one knows that what we've done because it's super realistic, right? A lot of people just think it's just a photo or just a video, right? So, unless we actually do these breakdowns, people don't know what we've done. So it's also, just making sure that you have the opportunity to tell people, hey, like this is actually what we created from scratch. That's why you want to do the
yeah, absolutely.
vlog.
Yeah. And I remember with my team, we was very inspired by the breakdown from Framestore, from MPC, ILM.
Yes,
So
yes.
we watch a lot all the breakdown and try to make the same thing for our
Hmm.
graduation movies.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, no, it
Yeah, I've
was
seen some
very
great
nice experience.
breakdowns. There's been some great breakdowns in the past from different VFX studios, and it's
Mm.
yeah, it's like its own movie in itself.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. For me, a demo reel, it's a second movies.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at him. Can you just share with us a little bit about how you integrated the face into the suit?
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. It's here. It's the work of my colleagues Loic, another Loic on the team.
Oh,
He's yeah, he's specialized in compositing. So yeah, he did a very amazing work on it. So this is the shooting place. So
oh,
it's like a blue screen in a white room with diffuse lighting.
yeah, yeah.
And so we built like a very cheap cockpit just to get the correct perspective for the angle of the camera.
Hmm.
And so in Nuke, I remember Loic did like a tracking of the face to to track the face and get the 3D mesh.
Hmm.
And after that, I created the layout with the suit and the environment with the position of the face in the space in the
Hmm.
3D space. And yeah, there is so yeah, this is the
Yes.
shooting plate, the 3D mesh generated from Nuke.
Oh,
Yes, and on Nuke, we reprojected the face, and as it's a diffuse lighting, we can recreate a lighting in 3D, and in compositing, we can mix the 3D lighting with the shooting plate. So
oh, nice. Wow, clever.
yeah, it's very technical things.
Yes, yes. It's not something I'm familiar with, like that sort of workflow, but it makes a lot of sense. Like, what a great idea.
as it's very flat lighting during the shooting, so
Yes.
we don't have a big highlight on the face, we don't have shadows, we don't like, and we recreated everything in 3D. So all the glass of the helmet is in CGI,
Yep. Yep.
and I remember the light in the eyes has been recreated in 3D as well,
See.
just with the shader of the eyes. And yeah, it was very tricky.
Oh, I bet. Did you have to model and animate the face as well so that you had something to project onto?
No. The face has been animated from the shooting plate with Nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plugin in Nuke, I think it's Skin Tools, if I remember. It's Skin Tools, but yeah. And it track every movement of the facial expression,
Yeah.
and after we
Oh,
project above this. Yeah.
gosh.
So there is no animators behind
Yeah,
the facial.
it's all done in comp. Oh,
Yes.
insane.
And just we had an animators to create the very small movement of the actor in the suit.
Yeah. Yeah, just the very subtle movements.
Yeah,
That's so
based
cool.
on the shooting plate.
Goodness me. Well, it's a very strong technique. It worked extremely well for what you needed. So it's great. And you got all of
Yeah,
the, so you extracted
this
that.
is yeah, this is the pass that we added to add more details on the.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. So you got the bump.
it's like a skin pores
Yep.
and some highlight that we can add, and it
Yep.
can relight.
Oh, I see. So you popped that into the specular response so you can get some information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've learned a lot today. That's fantastic.
So yeah, if you have any question, don't hesitate.
God, I'm honestly just stunned. I don't know what more questions to ask. Well, Loic, I am absolutely gobsmacked by the quality of the work you guys were able to produce, and I can see that other people were as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. I suppose we should probably wrap up for today, but I was just wondering, I mean, do you have any questions for us, or is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, I think
Okay.
I don't have any question. Fazio, you're good.
And Maxim in the audience, what's the name of the movie? Relativity. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yes, Relativity. You can find on YouTube and Vimeo and on the Rockies entry as well.
Yes, yep. If you just Google the name, it comes up like pretty on the top of the list. So go ahead and watch it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just a short film, and it also won Film of the Year as well. So very strong entry. So yeah, look, anyway, thank you again for joining us. And I mean, I've already said that, but yeah, no, all the very best with your job at Framestore. It's always really great to see artists come through the community and then very quickly find work and get picked up. So, I mean, it sounds like you're doing a great job at Framestore. So all the best. And if you need anything, just don't be afraid to reach out or anything. All right. Keep in touch.
Thank you so much, Christina.
No worries. Do you have any arts, like an art station or anywhere that myself and Kat can follow?
Yes, I have an art station. I can send you the. No, I cannot send you the link. But yeah, I can share my screen quickly if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Just, it's always a good opportunity for people to follow
Yes.
you and stay in touch. And Maxime, I'm sure, using this kind of work as inspiration, I'm sure you'll get there too. Maybe we'll see you next year. Maybe I'll be interviewing you next year.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my work on Earth Station.
Oh, great. I'll go ahead and follow you now.
Yeah, and you can follow me on Instagram if you want as well. I'm posted a lot of photography I did in London.
Hmm.
Um, so yes, Instagram.com.
I feel like people are using Instagram more than ArtStation these days.
Sorry.
I feel like more people are using Instagram than ArtStation these days. Maybe I should get an
Yeah. So yeah, this is my Instagram if you want to keep in touch.
Oh,
And I
wonderful.
posted a lot of photography from London.
Yeah. I can really see you have a great eye for cinematography. I can see why you want to be a visual effects soup.
Thank you.
Look at that.
So yeah,
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that. I'll go ahead and follow you on all the socials and keep in touch. All right. Thanks, Loic. Thanks
great. Thanks
everyone
so
for
much,
listening.
Christina.
See you
Thank
later,
you.
guys. Have a great day or evening, whatever time it is.
Bye. See you.
Three, two, one.